Jingle bells, jingle all the way. What are you doing? Grinch, it is December 16th. We are less than 10 days away from the big day. Yes, but what's with all the singing? And look, you changed your shirt. Yes, I did change my shirt, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But Grinch, I gotta ask you, where is your special guest? Oh, they will be here any day now, just in time for Christmas. All right, well, while we're waiting in the meantime, I got a question to ask you. Have you ever been to New York City? Yes, the Big Avocado. I love it. You mean the Big Apple, right? Yes, that's what I said, the Big Apple. Where is this exactly going, Pork Chop? Well, I'm originally from New York, and basically, when it's this time of year, I kind of miss being there. Seeing all the lights throughout the city, going to all the different Christmas musicals that are playing, Rockefeller Center, seeing the big tree, going ice skating, having some hot chocolate, you know, all those New York traditions. Well, that sounds terrible. Grinch, I feel like there's even a part of you that would love it. I don't know. Sometimes they talk funny, like you. What do you mean? Because I say water funny, and I'll say some other words funny. It's okay. All right, let's do our first lesson. It's a word that, you know, a good amount of people say in New York. It's forget about it. God bless you? No, you just take forget about it, like forget about it, but you say forget about it. You say it in kind of a fast, quick motion. Everything in New York is fast-paced. Okay, one more time. Forget about it. All right, let me try. Forgot about it. Forgot about it? No, you sound like you're from Canada. Forgot about it. What is the matter with you? Forgot a booty. Are you serious? I know this is going somewhere. Just get on with it. Well, this brings us to talk about our next film, Home Alone: Lost in New York. I knew it. Well, I think Home Alone 2 is actually a pretty good sequel. Usually, when we get into sequels for movies, they're usually not as good as the first one, but I think Home Alone 2 was pretty good. One of the things in the movie that Kevin uses a lot is his Talkboy tape recorder to trick and annoy all the people around him. The device was able to record audio, play it back, replay the recording in different voices and speeds. Now, it was actually created specifically for the film by a company called Tiger Electronics, but once the movie got so popular and everybody saw Kevin using it, they actually came out with the real version of it that was sold for only $29.99. Most of the hotel scenes throughout the movie were actually shot in the plaza, which is kind of cool considering most other films use stage designs. In fact, the plaza capitalized on the success of the film by offering a Home Alone 2 package that I think is still available 30 years later. It includes a limo ride around various famous locations from the movie, a large cheese pizza, and a 16-scoop ice cream sundae that Kevin ordered in his hotel room. Now, the toy store in the movie is called Duncan's Toy Chest. It's the ones that Harry and Marv tried to rob. Now, that's obviously not a real toy store, but it was modeled after a very famous toy store in Manhattan called FAO Schwartz. I remember going there as a kid for the first time, and I was completely blown away. Oh, the little meatball went to the toy store. Actually, a cool little part in the film was when Kevin goes to Duncan's Toy Chest for the first time, he walks by a man lifting his daughter to look at a toy display. That man is actually the film's director, Chris Columbus, who has directed so many great films, including both Home Alones, 3 different Harry Potter movies, and even directed Mrs. Doubtfire. Okay, let's get to the whiskey. All right, Grinch, yeah, sorry I took too long. Forget about it. I knew you were screwing with me. What's up, folks? Welcome back to the Mash and Drum Whiskey Room. I'm Jason C, and today is the 16th day in the 2024 Advent Calendar. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the video, and help me keep climbing to 100,000 subscribers as we get closer to the year 2025. Just absolutely crazy. As you guys know, each day I've been opening up these blind samples sent to me from my patrons to blind sample it, nose it, taste it, maybe guess proof, guess the whiskey, and ultimately determine how much I want to pay for the whiskey based on what I'm tasting. After I name the price I would pay for it, I will reveal the actual sample in this envelope. So let's get this one poured. So today's sample comes from the Justin Jenkins. Thank you so much, Justin, for sending this one along. Can't wait to see what you sent. Here we go. See if we can figure this one out. Oh, that smells good. It smells kind of holiday-ish. I'm getting a lot of cinnamon, a lot of orange. It's kind of nice. Little barrel char there. All right, this is gonna be hard because this is gonna be one of those whiskeys that could literally be anything. Because I feel like it's a bourbon, maybe? We'll see. You know what, this could be a rye. I'm getting so much orange on it. Usually I get a lot of that orange, that big orange punch, especially from a rye whiskey. Yeah, this is just really orange, cinnamon, vanilla. I'm trying to find clove, because usually if I find clove, that will maybe tip me off to it being a rye, because right now I'm trying to decide if it's a rye or a bourbon. Maybe it'll tell me on the palate here. All right, let's try it. Here we go. Oh, that's good. It's got a ton of spice to it, which I really like. But again, a lot of those flavors I was getting on the nose are translating to the palate. A lot of cinnamon, orange, black pepper, a ton of spice here. There's almost like a lemon zestiness to it as well, which is making me think rye? This is crazy. Has a little bit of a funky finish, but I don't mind it because it's not that off-putting funkiness I get. This is more of a oak spice. There's a little bit more of a savoriness to this also in the back end. I'm digging this one. It has a nice little balance. The one thing this whiskey doesn't really have, I don't feel like it's very hefty on the palate. I feel like it's a little bit thin. This is giving me like MGP, maybe even like Wild Turkey vibes with all that orange I'm getting and the lemon. Those two distillers are probably the most citrus I get on whiskey, for sure. This is really good. I love the cinnamon. The finish is lasting, which I really appreciate too. Even tasting it again, I don't feel like we're dealing with a lot of age here. You know, even if you look at the color, it doesn't really seem like it has a deep, rich color. I don't know if it's that old. So let me take one more sip and then we'll go through our guesses here. So proof on this one, I'm gonna stay in the 1-teens range. So I don't think we're looking at 120 something proof. Again, it's got a nice spice to it, but I don't think it's a heavy proof. So I'm gonna go with, I'll say it's 8 years old. Nice round number there for the age here, maybe 7 to 8 years old. We'll see where that goes. As far as what it is, I think I'm gonna go with bourbon on this one. I was really leaning rye for a little bit, but the more I tasted it, it was getting sweeter. I wasn't really getting like that minty note that I sometimes get in ryes. Even though there was a little bit of savory and a good amount of citrus, I'm still gonna go with bourbon. As far as a brand goes, I have no clue what the brand would be. This could be a lot of different things. I guess I'll just kind of lean on what I was saying before. Maybe it's either MGP or Wild Turkey, just based on the spice profile I'm getting. Even Barton has a good spice like this, but I don't think Barton really ever gives me this amount of citrus on it. So I kind of went away from the like Barton like 1792 stuff. And as far as what I would pay for this, it's a nice solid whiskey, good solid bourbon, I think. And I like the front and the mid palate a lot. And even though it does give me that funky finish kind of on the back end, it doesn't last very long. And then I got this long, spicy, driven finish that just lasts a long time. So for that, I'd say I'd pay 50, 60 bucks for this one. All right, let's see what Justin sent. Here we go. Oh, I think I ripped it. Sorry, Justin. Oh, I only ripped the corner off. Sorry. I got a little aggressive. Okay, let's see what this is. So this actually makes a lot of sense. You know what? I actually own this bottle. So this is the old William Tarr Manchester Reserve. So age for this one was about 7 years old, and I had said about 8, maybe 7, so right on point there. Proof on this one, you're looking in those 1-teens, so that really is cool. I was kind of in that range. Now, supposedly, this is a blend of Wild Turkey rye and Wild Turkey bourbon, so this actually is somewhat of a bull rye, which makes a lot of sense. It tasted like a high rye bourbon to me. Now, as far as what I would pay, I think I said about 50 to 60 bucks. And I think when this first came out, and this was like 3 years ago, I think it was about $70, maybe 75 bucks when this came out. So I don't remember it having a funky finish like it did. I'd have to go back and taste my bottle, but Justin Jenkins, man, that was a really, really cool sample to send. It's been a minute since I've had this bottle, so thanks for sending it along, man. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed day number 16 on the Master and Drum Advent Calendar. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that subscribe button below. Please hit the like button. If you haven't yet, find me on Instagram. Let me know down in the comments if you've had this bottle before, what you think of it. And as I always say, it's not about the whiskey. It's the people you share it with. Cheers, and I will see you tomorrow right here on the Master and Drum. Cheers, folks.